socks and shoes, getting ready because I have a delivery at the prison to finish off this run here in Amarillo, and after that I can start to make the long drive back. Yeah, I'm just parked there. This is one of the places I drop off at, but just parked so I can get my Starbucks. And we have officially arrived at the jail. I'm gonna unload over there. Now, for obvious reasons, I'm not gonna record in there, but you know, this is the only stop I have today. Look at that sunrise here in Amarillo. As the sun rises over the jail. So I just wanted to pull over real quick as that sun rises and just reflect. As I'm learning to vlog, I'm learning to just catch what I'm feeling in the moment instead of putting it off and forgetting or whatever. But long story short, you know, some of these guys that help me unload that are doing time, I see them every time, and you know, I'll say this, man, from experience, about 80 to 90% of those people are good people that just made bad decisions, right? Or made a bad decision. Sometimes it just takes one bad decision to mess everything up. And you know, so I'll say 85% just to make it, you know, even. Maybe it's a little more, maybe it's a little less, but either way, a lot of those dudes in there are good people. They just didn't think in the moment of whatever they were doing, whatever their charge is, right? Now, don't get me wrong, there's some charges and there's some mistakes that you can't bounce back from that are unjustifiable, and you know, you'll never be a good person in my eyes or a lot of people's eyes. But a lot of those dudes have just made a mistake. They're doing 2 years, a year, whatever it is, whether it be drugs, domestic, whatever. And you know, from what I know, that could be any of us, and that's why I don't judge nobody. You know, I maybe judge a little bit of the ones that deserve. You know, there's some people that are just bad people, and there's some people that will never recover. They'll never rehabilitate. They just have an evil bone in their body. But some of these dudes are just like me, or just like you, that made a bad decision. And even the most perfect person that has a good career and good credit and has a good family, sometimes they mess up. You know, sometimes you just don't have something right in your head or whatever. But you know, I asked one of the guys I always see, I said, man, how much more time you have? You know, because it was heavy on my mind because it's Christmas Eve. Tomorrow's Christmas. You know, those are the hardest times. And he said he has about 9 months left. So, you know, if he plays his cards right, and the fact that he's helping unload and stuff, you know, that's letting me know he's on good behavior and stuff like that. So as long as he don't mess up, you know, he'll be out in 9 months. So next Christmas he'll be able to have a Christmas, and hopefully he don't make a mistake again. You know, hopefully he learns from this, because you know, it's Christmas Eve, man, and you're in jail. But you know, those are my thoughts. Now I'm gonna head back to San Antonio. Set up my camera on the stand. I'm not holding the phone. I guess this is where the weather changes, and as always, the camera's not doing it justice. But we are going into some fog, some mist. If I would have recorded this the other night, the day I decided to do these vlogs, I mean, you would have seen how bad it was. I had felt like I should have pulled over, but I was going slow enough, you know, just in case I had to make a sudden stop. But I mean, you really couldn't see, definitely not how I can see right now. We have stopped off at a gas station, you know, just to use the restroom. Also get some Starbucks, which is very uncommon for. It is not common at all. This is the only truck stop that I know that has a Starbucks. I'm pretty sure there's plenty more, but this is very rare. So, you know, I tend to stop here and get a Starbucks, and yes, I'm getting the second coffee. The addiction is real, but it's what gets me through the day, and I'm drug free. So it is what it is, baby. All right, made it to the McDonald's, and I think I'm not gonna get a soda because I already have another highly sugar and caffeinated drink. And I almost forgot to hit record, but got the lemonade instead of a soda, which is still sugar, I guess. But I almost forgot to record. I finished my fries like a fat you know what, and I got my quarter pounder, which I haven't ate yet. Which a weird fact about me is I always eat the sides of anything before I eat the main dish. So, you know, if I'm eating a steak with mashed potatoes, I'm gonna eat the mashed potatoes or macaroni. Mashed potatoes with macaroni, I'll eat that first, and then I'll eat the main thing. I don't know. I don't have no explanation for it, but I always eat my fries before I eat the actual burger. It's just something I've always done even as a kid. Now join me for a rare private moment of my daughter Nevaeh getting cookies and milk ready for Santa Claus. Ready? Okay. Grab it. Here. Put it right there.
Okay.
Keep going.
Right here?
Yeah. Right there.
Right here?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, open it. Okay. Flood it. Okay. High five. Yeah. What kind of plate do you want, Mom?
The red one.
The big one?
Yeah. Let's put that one. That.
Okay, hold it. Hold it. Okay, now put it up there on the thing. Okay, take this one. Okay, go. Okay, go ahead. Take your time. Don't go too fast. That's gonna do it for this vlog or vlog. Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. Lift off.